Despite almost 2 decades of supporting foreign and local investment in St. Lucia, many of our citizens are still unaware of what Invest Saint Lucia's role is and how it benefits our nation and citizens. That is why Invest Saint Lucia welcomes you to get to know us a little better as we build stronger client, community, corporate and interagency relationships. We're working towards a more prosperous and industrious St. Lucia that you can make your own. We are invested in you. In just 10 minutes, I promise you that you are going to learn more about Invest Saint Lucia than you ever knew before. There's even a pop quiz you can participate in to win a prize, so stay with us till the end. You may have seen our new logo or new branding. You may already follow us on social media and even know where our Castries and Viewford offices are. Or you might hear the name of Invest Saint Lucia come up in the news stories about new developments and new companies who come to our island to do business. But do you really know the full scope of our agency's role? What we do, and most importantly, what we can do for you, whether you are a local or foreign investor? Let's find out. As the official investment promotion agency of the country, Invest Saint Lucia is responsible for stimulating the economy, facilitating and promoting sustainable inward investment opportunities for both local and foreign investors. Invest Saint Lucia does this by fulfilling these mandates. 1. To build and promote Saint Lucia's image as a preferred location for investors. 2. To actively seek out and generate new investments in strategic sectors with high value added and employment generating potential. 3. To facilitate domestic and foreign direct investment by functioning as a true one-stop shop for investors. 4. To improve the business climate in St. Lucia. And finally, 5. To develop opportunities for St. Lucians to have land ownership. Invest Saint Lucia has some heavy mandates, and this comes with responsibility to the entire country. So who does Invest Saint Lucia answer to? Invest Saint Lucia is a statutory body of the government of St. Lucia, falling under the Ministry of Commerce, International Trade, Investment, Enterprise Development and Consumer Affairs. Regulated by the Invest Saint Lucia Act of 2014, which repealed the former National Development Corporation Act of 1971, the agency is authorized to conduct the mandates on behalf of the nation. The Act defines a board of directors for the governance of Invest Saint Lucia, which is constituted by the day's Minister for Investment. The Chief Executive Officer, who directs the day-to-day activities of Invest Saint Lucia, reports directly to the board of directors, which comprises professionals with demonstrated capacity in industry, trade, commerce, finance, science, law, accountancy, administration, town planning, or agriculture. Over the past 50 years, ISL has been given the charge of a bank of land and property for development. This enables ISL to generate sustainable income, unlike similar statutory bodies. This makes it a hybrid agency of both corporate and public sector arms.
Describe the organizational structure of Invest Saint Lucia.
Invest Saint Lucia promotes investment in 4 sectors with expertise. The agency offers facilitation, investor tours, as well as matchmaking with sector-specific projects and potential partner investors. With a diverse selection of sites and industrial estates, ISL is able to cater to investor property needs with a unique advantage compared to other regional competitors. These multi-purpose facilities are strategically placed throughout the island's economic hubs, key transit points, and are available for rental rates that are some of the best in the region. ISL can also help facilitate an investor's desire to secure other properties for investment. Our mission is to turn our island into a sustainably developed hub of productivity, enterprise, and entrepreneurship that leads to prosperity for our citizens. Like we said before, we are invested in you. I hope that you've heard the term foreign direct investment before, because it's one of the most important activities for our economy. If not, we're about to tell you what that means. Foreign direct investment, or FDI, is when an individual or firm known as the investor acquires or establishes business operations in a foreign economy. The attractive feature of FDI is that the investor would retain influence over the decision-making of the foreign company. FDI usually takes place in flexible, growing economies that have skilled workforces. This is why tourism is our main category for investment, because tourism arrivals are growing yearly and St. Lucia is an increasingly desirable location to visit. Why do we need FDI? Why do we need foreigners to invest their capital in St. Lucian-based companies, assets, properties, or enterprises? St. Lucia is classified as a small island developing state by the United Nations. SIDS are characterized by their vulnerability to natural disasters, high cost of energy and connectivity, long distances from export markets, limited resources which disposes them of economies of scale, and limited opportunities for private sector because of small local markets, causing the volatile economies to have heavy dependence on the public sector. Foreign direct investment in SIDS help with reducing the economy's reliance on the public sector. That's through creating employment for the local population, encouraging the movement of goods and services, and increasing connectivity with the rest of the world through shared resources and trade with the FDI's home country. Investors also contribute to the public sector through taxes and enlarging the market for local business. One of the most significant shared resources is the FDI's ability to provide versatile training for locals in new skills and global standards. A foreign company such as Digicel, for example, helps to expand St. Lucia's telecoms technological capacity, which in turn leads to other opportunities for citizens to become entrepreneurs within that sector. Having different businesses from varying sectors also provides more fulfilling and gainful employment in variety for the workforce. This increases the academic and skill capacity of the population. St. Lucia is still expecting committed foreign direct investment despite the setbacks of the COVID-19 pandemic. Historically, these are the countries that have invested the most in St. Lucia, including fellow CARICOM countries, most significantly Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica. Invest Saint Lucia is broadening our reach and is appealing to international investors with the particular interest in being ethical, transparent, and are aligned with the global sustainable development agreements that St. Lucia has ratified. Invest Saint Lucia also listens carefully to what investors and the labor force wants, and we are actively working on where attention is needed, such as improving incentives, business licenses permits, custom trade regulations, labor skills training availability, quality of local suppliers, and security. We are currently ranked as one of the best investment locations in the English-speaking Caribbean, and we intend to keep it that way. Would you like to hear what it's like to engage with Invest Saint Lucia as an investor? Let's find out.
We've been in St. Lucia now for just over 13 years. We started our operations in St. Lucia, as a matter of fact. It was our first office. We've been very pleased with the level of support and engagement we've had from Invest Saint Lucia and the government of St. Lucia. They've been very supportive of our activities and our efforts to grow and to be successful at what we do. And we've certainly benefited from incentives, tax incentives and import incentives, things that make it a little bit easier to get started. When we came to do business here, everybody had a good sense that this would be a good place to do business, that the productivity was excellent, that you have a lovely, friendly staff that has a cultural affinity to the US. But even with these sort of high expectations, we've seen that has been outdone. The level of productivity we have in St. Lucia is unmatched across all of our locations. It makes doing business very easy.
When we bring in FDIs from globally acclaimed brands, it comes with international coverage in the media. But unfortunately, this has caused the perception that these investors are the only type served by the agency. Did you know that a citizen of St. Lucia can access the same services that a foreign investor does? Did you know that Invest Saint Lucia facilitates many of our local companies and business owners? One of Invest Saint Lucia's strategic objectives is increasing the number of and the success of St. Lucian entrepreneurs. So whether you are St. Lucian national with a small, medium-sized or large business, Invest Saint Lucia is just as available to you as a form of support. But there are a few things you need to do first. 1, your business must be registered already, and 2, you should have a fully developed business plan. If you need assistance with these first steps, you can visit the Small Business Development Center and the Saint Lucia Development Bank. These organizations are both on the Boost Task Force. It is a virtual incubator and accelerator program designed to help businesses start up or reach its full economic potential. Invest Saint Lucia is especially incentivized to assist businesses that will enhance our most dependable industries: tourism, manufacturing, agriculture, and business knowledge process outsourcing. But we won't turn you away if you have a business that is sustainable and will assist in economic growth. Invest Saint Lucia is like your partner in your mission to establish an enterprise or company. We've done the research for you, and we've been assisting business people and investors get through the long and usually rigorous process with ease for 50 years. This brings us to the end of episode 1 of Invested in You. Remember to go to our Facebook page to answer today's quiz and stay tuned for episode 2. This is our Saint Lucia. Make it your own.